Dear friends, English literature, romantic poetry, William Blake selected poems, short questions with answers. Short questions 1 to 10. Question 1. Why is Blake called a precursor of Romanticism? Answer. William Blake is considered a precursor of Romanticism because his poems mark the beginning of Romanticism and the rejection of the Age of Enlightenment. Blake was an out-and-out rebel against all the social, political, and literary conventions of the 18th century. His glorification of childhood and feeling for nature make him akin to the Romantic poets. He is best known for his three thin volumes, Poetical Sketches, 1783, Songs of Innocence, 1789, and Songs of Experience, 1794, which contain some of the most orient gems of English lyricism. A critic observes his passion for freedom was also akin to that which moved Wordsworth, Coleridge, and Southey in their earlier years, though in its later form it came nearer to Shelley's revolt against convention. There is indeed an unusual degree of fellowship between these two, the imagery and symbolism, as well as the underlying spirit of the revolt of Islam. Alastor and Prometheus as Unbound find their nearest parallel in Blake's prophetic books. Both had visions of a world regenerated by a gospel of universal brotherhood, transcending law. Thus, in Blake's poem, we find many of the elements of characterizing Romantic poetry. In his championship of liberty, his mysticism, naturalism, idealization of childhood, and simplicity, Blake could be called a precursor of Romantic poetry in 19th century England. Question 2. What do the Songs of Innocence teach us about life? Answer. The Songs of Innocence deals with a child world. It is a world of simplicity, innocence, joy, purity, and virtue, unclouded by the vices. The keynote of the world of the child is struck in the introduction to the Songs of Innocence. Blake here represents himself as a shepherd playing his flute. The poet shows how ideas came to him in the form of clearly visualized encounters with angels or other symbolic characters. In the lamp, the poet visualizes the divine qualities of the child and the lamp and unifies them with Jesus Christ. It is innocence which connects these three figures. The harmlessness of the lamp and the purity of the heart of a child are manifestation of Christ's innocence. The chimney sweeper throws light on the miserable life of young children who are subject to inhuman treatment in society. The poem deals with the wretched conditions of the children employed as chimney sweepers by factories and industries. At one night, Tom, one of the chimney sweepers, dreamed that thousands of chimney sweepers were locked up in black coffins. He also dreamed of an angel who descends to earth with a bright key and opens the coffins to set them all free. When the angel freed them, they were jolly and cheerful and enjoyed life and work. Thus, the world of innocence, for most part, is that of joy, gentleness, and purity. Question 3. What did the poet see in his vision as mentioned in the introduction to Songs of Innocence? Answer. While wandering through the valleys, the poet in his vision saw a mystic child on a cloud. The child bears great significance. Number 1, the child may refer to Jesus Christ, who speaks from a cloud, that is from heaven. Number 2, it may signify an angel representing innocence. Number 3, it may be the symbol of the spirit of pastoral poetry. Or number 4, it may be a symbol of poetic inspiration. The child was a visionary whose ideas came to the poet in the form of clearly visualized encounters with angels, prophets, or other symbolic characters. Blake believed that words were dedicated to him by some supernatural powers. He always saw vision and embodied these in his poetry. Thus, Blake seems to imply that the poem is a result of angelic divine inspiration. Question 4. What did the child command the poet? Answer. While wandering through the valleys, piping songs of joy on his pipe, the poet saw a mystic child on a cloud. The child may represent Jesus Christ, who speaks from a cloud, that is, from heaven. At first, the child bids the poet to pipe a song on his pipe about a lamp, which symbolizes innocence and Christ. Thus, the child bids the poet to pipe a song about Christ or about innocence of the child. When the poet piped a song about a lamp, the child wept out of excessive joy. Then the mystic child bids the poet to stop piping and to sing the song of joy vocally. Again, when the poet sings, the child wept out of excessive joy. Finally, the child bids the poet to write down his song's joy in a book so that all may read and every child may get joy to hear them. Thus, the poet shows how ideas came to Blake in the form of clearly visualized encounters with the angels or other symbolic characters. Question 5. Write a short note on hollow reed. Answer. Hollow reed is a tall plant like grass with a hollow stem that grows in or near water. So it is a marsh plant, an organ of which can be used for producing music by making a pipe. It is also used as a pen, as referred to in Introduction to Songs of Innocence. While the poet wanders through the valleys, piping his pipe, he sees a divine child on a cloud. The child commands the poet to pipe a song about a lamp and some other happy songs on his pipe. He plays the music so melodiously that it melts the tender heart of the child and makes him weep out of joy. The child bids him write as the songs. So, obeying the orders of the child, the poet plucks a hollow reed and makes a pen out of it. He produces ink with the help of staining clear water, symbol of purity, and writes down his songs of happiness and cheer so that every child may enjoy them. By choosing a reed, Blake maintains the rurality of the atmosphere. It invites our attention as a pastoral element. Question 6. Describe the lamp. Answer. In the poem The Lamp, Blake gives a realistic description of a lamp. The lamp has been blessed with life and has been taught to feed in the meadows and to drink from the stream. It has been given the bright and soft and warm wool which serves as a clothing. It has also been endowed with tender voice that fills the valleys with pleasant joy and music. Thus, in the poem, we have a realistic and a sympathetic portrait of a lamp. Here, lamp is represented as the tender, soft, and harsh aspect of human soul. Question 7. How are the lamp, the child, and Christ connected? Answer. In the poem, the lamp, the child, in the poem lamp, the child, the lamp, and God or Christ are brought to unite to form a single divine entity. The poem tends to compare the child with the lamp and the lamp with Christ in return with God, in turn with God. For all these objects possess the divine virtues such as purity, meekness, and mindness. In this poem, the poet visualizes the divine qualities of the child and the lamp and unifies them with Jesus Christ. It is innocence which connects these three figures. Christ is called a lamp because of his meekness and mindlessness. He was also a child when he first appeared on this earth as the Son of God. The harmlessness of the lamp and the purity of the heart of a child are the manifestation of Christ's innocence. Thus, the gentleness, meekness, and mildness are the qualities of both the child, the lamb, and Christ which link them together. Question 8. Write a short note on the lamp. Answer. In the poem The Lamp, Black gives a realistic description of the lamp. The lamp has been blessed with life and has been taught to feed in the meadows and to drink from the stream. It has been given the bright and soft and warm wool which serves as its clothing. It has been endowed with tender poise that fills the valleys with pleasant joy and music. Thus, in this poem, we have a realistic and sympathetic portrait of a lamp. Here, a lamp is represented as a tender, soft, and harsh aspect of human soul. In the poem The Lamp, the child, the lamp, and God or Christ are brought to unite to form a single divine entity. The poem tends to compare the child with the lamp and the lamp with Christ, in turn with God. For all these objects possess the divine virtues such as purity, meekness, and mildness. In this poem, the poet visualizes the divine qualities of the child and the lamb and unifies them with Jesus Christ. It is innocence which connects these three figures. Christ is called a lamb because of his meekness and mildness. He was also a child when he first appeared on this earth as the Son of God. The harmlessness of the lamp and the purity of the heart of a child are the manifestation of Christ's innocence. Thus, the gentleness, meekness, and mildness are the qualities of both the child, the lamp, and Christ, which link them together. Question 9. Describe the miserable conditions of the chimney sweepers. Answer. The poem The Chimney Sweeper deals with the wretched conditions of the children employed as chimney sweepers by factories and industries. They were required to work hard. They were sent up a chimney to sweep away the soot that had accumulated on the inner walls of the chimney. Their heads were clean-shaved in order to avoid the risk of their hair catching fire. The children did cry when they were forced to slaps, proddings, and pulls, or the plucking and the pricking of the soles of their feet, which pins to go up the chimney. The most frightening aspect of climbing was going into the confined dark space, uncertain to what would happen in the caves, where the boys sometimes got stuck and suffocated. They had to live and sleep under inhuman conditions. Question 10. How were they freed from their miserable conditions? Answer. The poem deals with the wretched conditions of the children employed as chimney sweepers by factories and industries. They were required to work hard. They were sent up a chimney to sweep away the soot that had accumulated on the inner walls of the chimney. They were to go into confined dark caves where they were covered with soot, and sometimes they got stuck and suffocated. For this reason, Tom, one of the chimney sweepers, at one night dreamed that thousands of chimney sweepers were locked up in black coffins. He also dreamed of an angel who descends to earth with a bright key and opens the coffins to set them all free. When the angel freed them, the children ran out in the open under the sun and in green fields. They all were jolly and cheerful and enjoyed life and work. Thus, the children's unfulfilled desires of real life are fulfilled in the dreams. Thank you, friends, for watching my video.